They called it the War of Final Extinction. Every species in the known galaxy agreed on one thing: humanity had to die. Not because they were the strongest, but because they refused to kneel. Every treaty, every empire, every council had tried to tame them, and failed. Humanity wouldn't obey, wouldn't submit, wouldn't stop fighting, so the galaxy made a choice. It united. The Vorn Dominion, the Tsel Collective, the Uru Swarm, ancient enemies that had warred for millennia, signed a single order: eradicate the Terran species. In the vast archives of the Galactic Alliance, one line was written in flame: no more Deathworlders, no more Earth. When the fleets came, they came from every direction. 1,000,000 ships filled the void around Sol, blotting out the stars. Their combined firepower could crack planets, erase moons, and burn atmospheres to ash. For the first time, humanity stood alone against the entire galaxy. They didn't beg. They didn't plead. They sent back one message, a transmission from Earth's orbital command, broadcast on every frequency: you should have left us alone. The first strikes hit within minutes. Mars was shattered. Luna's bases vaporized. Earth's orbit turned into hellfire. Billions died before the first Terran counterattack even launched. But humanity had been preparing for this since the first time an alien threatened them centuries before. The Alliance expected surrender. Instead, they got silence, the kind of silence that comes before a storm. Then the storm came. Out of the burning debris of Earth's orbit rose ships the galaxy had never seen. Dark, jagged, stitched together from wreckage and raw fury. They weren't beautiful. They weren't sleek. But they were alive, built by hands that refused to die. Each ship bore the same insignia: a single burning Earth surrounded by 7 stars, the mark of the children of Sol. The Alliance laughed when they saw the numbers, barely 10,000 human ships against millions. But laughter turned to panic when the humans didn't fight by the rules. They didn't hold lines. They broke them. They hid in radiation belts, behind dead moons, in the shadows of shattered colonies. They launched from silence, struck from darkness, vanished into the void. Their ships ran hot and cold like ghosts, their weapons crude but devastating. Humans fought like cornered wolves, biting, clawing, dying and dragging the enemy with them. Within weeks, entire fleets went missing. Whole armadas vanished into the black, only to be found later, ripped apart from the inside. No one understood how humans kept fighting. The Alliance blocked every supply route, every communication line. Yet somehow the humans always knew where to strike. The secret came from the ground. Even as the skies burned, humanity's children, the ones the galaxy had ignored, rose from the ashes. Hidden colonies, sleeper outposts, lost generation ships. They had survived in silence, scattered across the void. And when they heard Earth's cry, they answered. We are the children of Sol. We remember our mother. We return for her vengeance. From the ice of Europa to the desert of Proxima b, humanity's children emerged, millions strong. They weren't pure anymore. They were hybrids, cybernetic, spliced with alien genes and machine code. They were the evolution of humanity's will to live, and they came to war. The Alliance commanders panicked as systems began to fall, not to armies, but to chaos. The humans didn't just destroy ships. They infected networks, rewrote AIs, turned enemy fleets against each other. They didn't just fight battles. They changed the rules of war. By the time the Alliance realized what was happening, their unity was cracking. The Tsel accused the Vorn of betrayal. The Uru devoured their own allies to escape annihilation. And everywhere, humans were there, watching, whispering, waiting. At the Battle of Helion Rift, the last great Alliance fleet assembled. Over 6,000 ships. Every weapon, every commander, every ounce of galactic might gathered to crush the humans once and for all. They didn't realize the trap until it was too late. The Rift's nebula was thick with ion storms, useless for navigation, deadly for sensors. The perfect place for ghosts. When the human fleet appeared, it wasn't 10,000 ships anymore. It was 100,000. Old ships, new ships, captured ships, all bearing the mark of Saul. They moved as one. Humanity didn't send a warning this time. They didn't send a speech. They simply attacked. Railgun slugs tore through cruisers. Missile storms painted the nebula white. Boarding pods slammed into dreadnoughts, spilling soldiers in black armor who fought with knives and rage. Every explosion lit the sky like a funeral pyre. Every scream echoed across comms. And above it all, the flagship Reclaimer drifted through the storm, its captain, Commander Arik Vale, broadcasting a single message across every channel in the galaxy. You united to destroy us. You failed. Because humanity doesn't die, we multiply. You thought you were gods, but gods don't bleed, and you do. When the dust settled, the rift was silent. 6,000 enemy ships, gone. The alliance, broken. The surviving species fled to their homeworlds, whispering of the monsters they'd unleashed. The humans didn't chase them. They didn't build an empire. They simply rebuilt what they had lost. But in every corner of the galaxy, fear took root. Because everyone knew, if the children of Saul could unite once, they could do it again. Centuries later, a Velari historian would write, "They called the war a tragedy. They called the humans demons, but perhaps they were simply reminders that fire cannot be destroyed by water, nor chaos by order. Humanity was never meant to rule the stars. They were meant to test them. And so the legend endured, of the day the galaxy united to destroy humanity, and instead fell to its children."